In his commencement speech to the graduates at Benedictine College, Harrison Butker gave a challenge to the bishops to lead. As bishops, we are shepherds and we lead souls to heaven, so I am happy to take up this challenge. Now, he courageously defended modernism, and that's the problem. I am sure he is a very good man. I am sure he is a wonderful husband, a great father, a great humanitarian. But he is a compromised Catholic. Benedictine College continues to promote conservative modernism. This modernist church is led by a man who has defected from the faith. It was interesting how he pointed to Biden as considering himself a good Catholic, and yet he would make the sign of the cross at a pro-choice rally. Francis does far worse. He and those after the Second Vatican Council have continued to destroy the Mass. Now, of course, they can't destroy it, but they can destroy it in your heart. They can abort the faith from your heart. The Mass is the representation in an unbloodied manner of the self-same sacrifice of Christ on the cross. So to change the Mass, as they have done, is to destroy the cross, not just to make the sign of the cross in the midst of hypocrisy. There is nothing more hypocritical than for one to call himself a Catholic and to follow these men and to declare that these men who are doing such damage are in fact doing good. Now, if a man were to give a speech and through that speech praise and laud all the virtues of the British, to point out all that the British have done for society and how they and they alone have been the saviors of the world, and to do this at a 4th of July commencement speech is what I heard here in this speech. To lead is to point out the problem, but to give a solution. That solution is to not compromise on our faith. There is a natural courage that man has by his being a man. That kind of natural courage we saw displayed in this speech. But it was not the supernatural courage that comes from receiving the Holy Ghost by water baptism. That supernatural courage defends and protects Christ and all that Christ handed and all that he gives to his faithful. Courage crushes compromise. So to be compromised as a Catholic is to not be a Catholic at all. I am glad that Mr. Butker gave this challenge to bishops. So far, I have not seen another bishop yet rise up and defend the faith. I have seen a lot of laymen comment about all kinds of things. But that's not good enough. Many of the virtues, many of the humanitarian virtues that Mr. Butker makes known in his speech, when he talks about family, when he talks about those defending their faith, we can find within Protestants and Jews and even Muslims. Of course, it's misplaced, and that's the same here with this. It's misplaced. The modernists misplace everything because they place it on man instead of where it belongs, on God. So as a bishop of souls, and those who are baptized, and those who proclaim to be Catholic, and also those who proclaim to be Christian. The question isn't whether the bishops will lead. The question is whether you will follow. Whether you will follow Christ wherever he leads, where you will follow the truth wherever it takes you. And that is the challenge. And it will require courage without compromise. God bless you.